We all agree that kids are our future, and as such deserve the greatest attention. It is unfortunate that in some parts of the world, children are mistreated to extents that we consider inhumane in our society. Fortunately, in our society, we have child protection programs such as the Georgia Center for Child Advocacy. Founded in 2007, the Georgia Center for Child Advocacy is a renowned nonprofit organization and a leader in the fight against child abuse. Its core purpose is to rescue kids when the unimaginable happens. Imagine that child who gets sexually abused and dumped in a scary forest, that child who witnesses homicide, and that child who undergoes physical abuse without anyone caring. What do you think goes on in their minds? Probably what a cruel world it is that we live in. What if it were you? Unfortunately, 1 in every 10 kids is sexually abused before the age of 18 years, and 20% of those children are 8 years or younger. Today I will demonstrate to you that a significant percentage of kids suffer a horrible ordeal, and while we may not help every kid around the world, we can do what we can to give these kids proper attention. But why should we give abused kids more attention? Child abuse adversely affects the child's life unless the child is given proper attention. Unless given proper attention, abused kids grow up with psychological problems, and ultimately the abuse defines the child's life. First, research has associated early drug and alcohol use with child abuse. Second, as the current generation, you and I are fortunate to have been born in areas where child care programs ensure the rights of children and are protected when violated, that justice is served, and the child's life is not defined by the abuse incident. GCCA is one of the best child care programs, and it is our noble responsibility to promulgate the philosophy of its founders for the sole purpose of protecting the future generations. But how do we address the problem through GCCA? GCCA is experienced and highly suited for addressing the problem. History of GCCA was founded in 2007 following a merger between the Georgia Center for Children and the Fulton County Child Advocacy Center. GCA was founded in 1987 while GCC was founded in 2001. GCA and GCC are synonymous to GCCA. Their mission and vision is to champion the needs of sexually and severely physically abused children through prevention, intervention, therapy, and collaboration. GCCA envisions a community without child abuse where every child feels safe. Given its proximity to Atlanta and DeKalb counties, it is convenient for us to trust and partner with it to protect the future generations. But can it be trusted? GCCA can be trusted to solve the problem at hand. It can deliver on its mission and vision because, first, since the establishment, the group has been offering assistance to children under 17 years old who have undergone sexual abuse, physical abuse, or witnessed homicide within Fulton and DeKalb counties. The group has assisted over 15,000 children and conducted 820 therapy sessions free of charge. Other initiatives include consolidation of social services, medical services, law enforcement, and prosecutorial resources, as well as training professionals dealing with child abuse cases, and also training the general public. Second, in 2014 alone, the group's performance was exemplar. It facilitated 624 forensic interviews of abused children. It has trained 412 caseworkers from the Department of Family and Children's Services. Lastly, GCCA trained 16,304 adults about preventing, recognizing, and reacting responsibly to child abuse cases. GCCA deserves support visibly and, most importantly, our funding, because GCCA stands above most of the 700 national programs that support physically and sexually abused children. GCCA has been awarded several times not only for its stewardship of children but also for its stewardship of donated funds and federal grants. In 1994, GCCA received the Child Survival Award from UNICEF and the Carter Center. In 1997, GCCA received Cathedral Antique Show Award as the Best Designated Charity Group. In 2002, the group received the Managing for Excelling Award from the Community Foundation for Greater Atlanta. Finally, recently in 2009, the Georgia Minority Business Awards, GCCA was declared as the Nonprofit Organization of the Year. Today I have explained the problem facing sexually and physically abused children and how we can solve the problem through GCCA. For GCCA to continue the good work it is doing, we need to support it through both funding and volunteering. Through our assistance, GCCA can expand its jurisdiction beyond Fulton and DeKalb counties. In so doing, we will have moved closer toward achieving the group's philosophy of building a better world, one child at a time. I will conclude with Ralph Waldo Emerson's quote that to know even one life has breathed easier because life has lived, this is to have succeeded. It is high time that you define your success from this perspective by donating toward GCCA's mission and helping a physically or sexually abused child breathe easier.